Can I check if you can hear me? One, two, check, check, 1, 2. Check. Can I check if you can hear me? Alright, nice to see all of you here. Maybe you can type in the text your name, class, no need the class, this is 1-5, right? Name and index number, so kind of like take attendance, if you will. I'm going to talk about chapter or pages 31 to 34 very soon. Alright. As soon as I get this up. Thank you for keying in your name and index number. This is just to take attendance. Alright everybody, sorry for the delay. So we're going to start very soon. Please open your books to page 31. I think it's here. Right? The deal. So what you have, if you have your Google form that I sent to you also, if you have your Google form with you, you'll have the questions. Let me just open that for you. Okay, so we're looking at Julian's character today, right? And let's see what we can learn about Julian. I wonder if you can see this. It's a bit small, I know. Let me just see whether I can get it bigger. Yeah, apparently not. Okay, maybe we can zoom in a bit. Yeah. Right. Mom and Mr. Tushman were talking when we got back to his office. So it starts. So they have gone for the tour, right? We've discussed this in the class, right? And now they've come back to the office, okay? And all the four of them, Jack, Julian, Charlotte, and of course Augie, right? Mom and Mr. Tushan were talking when we got back to the office. Mrs. Garcia was the first to see us come back, and she started smiling her shiny smile as we walked in. We talked about the significance of her shiny smile. I suppose when she is a bit nervous, maybe, right? Or she's maybe trying to impress or anything. She is trying to put up appearances, maybe. So she doesn't seem as sincere as she is. She's a very nice person, right? So August, what do you think? Do you like what you see? Or do you like what you saw? Mom asked first. Or is it Mrs. Garcia? She asked. Yeah, I nodded, looking over at Mom. Right? Jack, Julian, and Charlotte were standing by the door, not sure where to go if they were still needed. I wondered what else they'd been told about me before they met me. Did you see the baby chick? Mom asked me. As I shook my head, Julian said, "Are you talking about the baby chicks in science? Those get donated to a farm at the end of every school year." Now it seems like compared to the previous chapters, Julian wasn't so nice, but down here it's suddenly he's changed. Suddenly he's become much more talkative, much more what we call amiable, right? Friendly, maybe, yeah. So maybe we can say Julian friendly, right? Let me see whether I can draw on this, right? Julian suddenly quite friendly, right? Well, it's quite strange, isn't it? Right? Previously, he was a bit maybe. I think we can look at the text when he says he comments about Augie's face, about whether or not he's been in a fire, and he was quite nasty there. Even Charlotte and Julian thought he was rude, right? If we look at page 29, we can have a look here, right? Okay. What's the deal with your face? I mean, were you in a fire or something? That's on page 29. So Julian, that's rude, said Charlotte. Right? I'm not being rude. Even he doesn't realize he's being rude. I'm just asking a question, right? Not rude questions like that, said Charlotte. Okay? And we know that he knows what he's doing, because at the end of the chapter, right, he does this to August. Okay? Julian cut right in front of me, which actually made me stumble backward. Oh, that's kind of a nasty thing to do. Oops, sorry about that, but I could tell from the way he looked at me he wasn't really sorry at all. We know that he knows what he's doing, so he seems a bit naughty or maybe even malicious here, right? If you have any questions, please ask. I can see your contributions here. I can see, let's see who's here. Kirsten is here, Sing Yi, Izan, Alexia, is that Chloe? Sarah, Adriana, Benita, Charlene, Zelda, Mechi, Natalie Lim, Anne-Marie, Dina, Victoria, Yen Yi. Hi to everybody. Please ask me questions if you want. Okay, so we were talking about how Julian seems to be suddenly quite friendly. And I think if we look at the last part of the chapter, or the last two, I think the next chapter, we can see why. Alright, so let's zoom back in again. Right, but they also, said Mom, disappointed. So August couldn't see the chicks, right, that were being hatched, but they hatch new ones every year in science. Julian added. Again, Julian likes to talk here, so August will be able to see them again in the spring. Oh, good, said Mom, eyeing me. They were so cute, August. I wish you wouldn't talk to me like I was a baby in front of other people. Now, have you ever had that experience where it's a bit too bright here? Okay, let's see. Where your mother talks to you so affectionately, but you don't like it when it's in front of other people, right? Yeah. Right. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to. Okay, I think it's fine. Right. So August, said Mr. Tushman, did these guys show you around enough, or do you want me to see more? I realized I forgot to ask them to show you the gym. Well, I can't hear you. Who is this? Ron 2007? Who is Ron 2007? Oh, talk louder. Sorry, okay. I'll put the mic closer to me. Right, is that better? Can you hear better? Now, can you hear better? Okay, good. All right, so let's continue, yeah? Okay. Okay, we start from here. So August, said Mr. Tushman, did these guys show you around enough? So it's time for Mr. Tushman to ask questions, right? Because he's also obviously curious. Okay, I realized I forgot to ask them to show you the gym. We did anyway, Mr. Tushman, said Julian. Again, Julian chimes in, and it's as if he's the one who's so enthusiastic, right, to show. So, can anybody tell me who was the most enthusiastic to show August around in the previous chapters? Who's the first one to tell me? Which character is the most enthusiastic to show August around? Who can give me the answer? One chocolate for you when we come back. Yay! Who is Lim family? Lim family, I don't know who you are. Give me your first name. Oh, is it Charlotte? Oh, wait. Who's Lim family? Identify yourself. Wow, so many people want chocolate, huh? Let's see who is Lim family. She's the first one. Oh, I don't know who you are. Lim family. Identify yourself. Is it Benita? Oh yeah, Benita. Well done, Benita. I owe you chocolate. Thank you for the rest of you. Okay. What about this one? What about this question? Who knows which which musical Charlotte was in, and she was bragging about it? Which musical was Charlotte in? Are you checking now? Okay, let's continue. Right? Who has the answer? Tell me. Right? And I told him about the school play, and some of the electives, said Charlotte. Oh no, she said suddenly. We forgot to show him the art room. Oh, well done, Anne Marie. Oliver Twist. Yes, that's right, Oliver. Right, let's move on to the next page. Shall we? Wait. Oh, this is page 31, yeah. Okay. Page 32. Okay, we're going to page 32. Can you see this? Right, please move on to page 32. That's okay, said Mr. Tushman, but we can show it to him now, Charlotte offered. Don't we have to pick up VR soon? I said to Mum. Okay, so at this point, why did August say we have to pick up VR soon? Well, it says here in the text, that was our signal. Can you look at this? Right? Okay. Don't we have to pick up VR soon? I said to Mum. That was our signal for my telling Mum I really wanted to leave. Right? Why did August wanted to leave? Why did August wanted to leave? Why? He wants to leave the school, so what? He didn't want to be there? He felt what? How did he feel? What do you think he felt? Yeah, he didn't want to stay there, that's right. Yeah, but why? What was the reason? How did he feel? Is it because of how he felt? He does not like being with the kids. He was uncomfortable. Joylyn, well done. Yes, he was uncomfortable. Okay, I mean, it implies that he was uncomfortable, isn't it? Right? Because they already decided to have some sort of signal that if he really wanted to leave or if he felt uncomfortable, that was a signal for him to say that, oh, we have to pick up VR soon. Okay? I don't think he felt afraid, Praveen. Right? His mom was there. Okay, I think Joylyn was right. Okay, he was uncomfortable. Anne Marie also chimed in. Anusha, yes, uncomfortable. Right, so we can write it here. Right, August started to feel uncomfortable. Okay, Who do you think made him the most uncomfortable? Who made him the most uncomfortable? Which of the people there made him the most uncomfortable? Let's see who gets the first answer. Yes, I know I'm a bit laggy. This is what YouTube Live is. So, sorry about that. Maybe we try better next time. Okay, so what do you think? Who made... well done, Anne-Marie. Julian, yes, Julian. Okay, was Julian the reason? Okay, cool. Yes, thank you. Who is channel? Oh, Kuya Fasi. Who is Kuya Fasi? I can't remember. I can't. I don't know who this Kuya Fasi. Singru. Well, oh, Charlene. Okay, let's focus on the chat for YouTube Live. Oh, this is, I'm getting viewers from outside our class. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, right, move on. Okay, oh, you're right. Mom said getting up. I could tell she was pretending to check the time on her watch. I'm sorry, everybody. I lost track of the time. We have to go pick up my daughter at her new school. Right? She's taking an unofficial tour today. This part wasn't a lie. That Via was checking out her new school today. The part that was a lie was that we were picking her up at the school, which we weren't. She was coming home with Dad later. Right? I think. Do you think? Let's talk about lying here. Do you think sometimes it's okay to lie? When is it okay to lie? Anybody? Who can tell me? What is your opinion? When is it okay to lie? Oh, Medina. Medina is Kuya Farsi. Is that your own channel, or is it your father's channel? So August and his mother shared a lie, right? So my question is, when is it okay to lie sometimes? Charlene, like if it's right to lie when you're defending someone, okay? When you are uncomfortable with the truth, when your lie doesn't harm anyone. That's a good point. When it's for the right thing to avoid hurting feelings, maybe, yeah, you're making good points. Oh, it's your dad's channel. Like someone steals and you see, and the robber sees you, and then you must do the right thing when you can't handle the situation. Okay, let's move on. Right? Where does she go to school? I think down here, maybe if we talk about that, the lying was the lesser of the evil. I think the worst thing was to keep August there, right? If August kept staying there, he would feel very, very uncomfortable and very unhappy. So both of them decided that, if he wanted to leave, they had to tell a bit of a white lie, maybe, just to get August out of the situation, right? Okay, right. Let's move on. No. Where does she go to school? Asked Mr. Tushman, getting up. She's starting Faulkner High School this fall. Wow, that's not an easy school to get into. Good for her, right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to stop right here. Okay, and look at our Google form. Shall we all look at our Google form? Okay, if you can do it on your PC, right? Or if you can't, it's okay, right? I just want to focus on the first question. What would you do if you met someone like Julian? What would you do if you met someone like Julian? Okay, I can see some people are already responding, right? Let's see whether we can see who responded here. From 1-5, first question. Anybody from 1-5? Yes. I can see a few responses. 4 from 1-5. Zelda says, what does Zelda say? I would try and reach him. What do you mean by that? You try and reach him. Let's see whether we can see what you're saying here. Text wrap. Okay. If you focus your attention on my screen, right? See whether you can zoom in. Yeah. Okay. We have responses here from a few people. Okay, let's focus on the sec 1-5 responses. I would try and reach him to not be so judgmental to others who are not like him. Reach him? Do you mean try to reason with him? Right? I would ignore him because if I do, he would hopefully not bully me. Oh, okay. This is kind of I don't think this is a long-term solution. Maybe a short-term solution, but you need to find a long-term solution for this. I would definitely ignore him because he is not worth the time and the energy. Honestly, I do not like disrespectful kids. Okay, that could work, yeah. Right, maybe he's someone who you should not befriend. Someone who is a bad influence, maybe, right? I would detest him right from the start. Oh, okay. What's the question? What's the question again? Okay, what's the question? What would you do if you met someone like Julian? Okay, the question is not how you feel, but the question is what will you do? Okay? I would detest him. What do you mean by detest him? Right? I think you need to focus on answering the question. Maybe you can say how you feel and what would you do, right? Okay? He is hypocrite and very mean towards others that he looks down upon. So what you're saying here is how you feel. Okay, you're not really answering the question, Joylyn, right? Maybe you can try again. Okay, you can put in as many responses as you like. All right. I'll just take the one that is the latest one. Okay. Now let's go back to looking at the book, shall we? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the next page. We're gonna skip this. Okay, let's go on to home. Okay, we have about 12 minutes left of the lesson, right? Okay, let's see whether we can take this away so that I don't block the text. Okay, as soon as he walked at least half a block from the school, Mom said, as soon as we walked, we had walked at least half a block from the school, Mom said, so, how did it go? Did you like it? Let's zoom in if we can. Oh, that's the maximum. Okay, maybe we can increase this one. Okay. What is it? Did you like it? Not yet, Mom. When we get home, I said. Oh, okay. Why did he say this? Anybody can tell me why he said this? Why did August say not yet, Mom, when she asked him the question? Anybody can tell me the answer or tell me what you think? Why didn't he want to talk to her or want to answer her and when they were walking? Why did he want to go home first? Right? Think about it. If you have the answer, you let me know. You wanted to go home fast? Now, I think it's very important for you to not understand the text too literally. You need to ask you need to ask yourself what is implied by him not wanting to talk to her, right? He didn't want to go home fast is a too literal an answer. He wanted to be far away from the school as soon as possible. Well, maybe Maybe what do you think he felt? Or why did he want to talk at home and not talk when they were walking? Maybe he wanted to tell her slowly and being patient. He felt a little bit sad. He felt traumatized. He didn't want anyone to hear him reply. I think Anne Marie is almost there. He just wanted to go home and calm down. Maybe, yeah, right. Okay, I think somebody said he felt a bit sad. It could be a combination of a few things. Maybe he was not very happy. Why wasn't he very happy? Obviously, we know that Julian was a big a factor in why he's not very happy, right? So when you talk about things that are that kind of disturb you, you want to be, where do you want to be? Do you want to be in public, or do you want to be at in the privacy of your home? He didn't feel like talking about it, maybe. Still overwhelmed and would be more comfortable if we talked at home. Yeah, Victoria. I think Victoria is very have understood this very well, right? So I think Victoria has the answer. Okay, he was very overwhelmed. He's still overwhelmed by all this that has happened. I mean, remember, he didn't expect the children to be there. He didn't expect to go for a tour, right? So it does seem that he was a bit overwhelmed, and maybe he felt more comfortable if he spoke to his mom at home. Yeah, that's right. Okay. The moment we got inside the house, I ran to my room and threw myself onto my bed. Okay, I could tell mom didn't know what was up, and I guess I really didn't either. I felt very sad and a tiny bit happy at the exact same time. Kind of like that laughing, crying feeling all over again. Okay, it's kind of interesting that he felt mixed feelings. This is what you call mixed feelings, huh? Sad and a tiny bit happy. Okay, my dog Daisy followed me to the room, jumped on the bed, and started licking me all over the face. Who's a good girlie? I said, my dad voice. Who's a good girlie? Is everything okay, sweetness? Mom said. Okay. Yeah. So normally when our mom or whoever asks us this question, is everything okay, means they think that something is not okay, right? Okay. Is everything okay? She wanted to sit down beside me, but Daisy was hogging the bed. Excuse me, Daisy. She sat down, nudging Daisy over. Were those kids not nice to you? Oh no, I said, only half lying. They were okay. But were they nice? Mr. Tushan went out of his way to tell me what sweet kids they are. Uh-huh, I nodded, but I kept looking at Daisy, kissing her on the nose and rubbing her ear until her back leg did that little flea scratch shake. That boy Julian seemed especially nice, Mom said. Oh no, he was the least nice. I like Jack, though. He was nice. I thought his name was Jack Will, but it's just Jack. Wait, maybe I'm getting them confused. Which one was the one with the dark hair that was brushed forward? Okay, so I think it's revealed here when Mom asked, that boy Julian seemed especially nice, right? Seemed especially nice. Okay, but August said no, he was the least nice, right? And we know this to be true. Okay. And she started to become confused. She said, I'm confused. Which one was the one with dark hair? What was brushed forward? Okay, let's move on to the next page. Last page for us today. We have about 5 minutes left. Julian, and he wasn't nice. Let's move this to the side. No, not nice. Oh, she thought about this for a second. Okay, so is he the kind of kid who's one way in front of grown-ups and another way in front of kids? Yeah, I guess. Anybody can tell me what is the name we use? What's the word we use to describe people who behave this way? One way in front of grown-ups and another way in front of kids. Or in other words, one way in front of some people and another way in front of others. What's the name we use for such people? Anybody? Who can tell me? Let me give you a hint. The word starts with the letter. Well done. Who is Tommy Vibes? Hypocrite. Excellent. Condescending. Double-faced. Two-faced? Okay, yeah, two-faced. Now, listen very carefully, right? Okay, in my opinion, hypocrite and two-faced are slightly different, right? What Julian was behaving just now, yes, he was a hypocrite. He was behaving nice in front of the adults, but he wasn't very nice in front of the kids or in front of August himself. Okay, two-faced, sometimes the context is when somebody tells you he will behave one way, but in the end he does the opposite. So this one involves a bit of who knows the answer. The word starts with B, ends with L. This one involves a bit of this thing where the person is promises you one thing, but in the end, right, does another thing. Okay, like you trust this person, but in the end, he or she doesn't doesn't do what he said. What's the word? Anybody? Start with B. Wait ah. Can you see this? Oh, sorry, you can't see. Okay. B E T. Anybody know the word? Two-face involves this. Maybe I put another letter R. Anybody know the word? A. Who knows the word? Somebody who's two-faced likes to do this. Okay, we have very little time, so I'm just gonna give you the answer. Well done, Stormy Vibes again. Stormy Vibes, I owe you chocolate. Betrayal. Who is Stormy Vibes, by the way? Well done. Okay, let's move on. Let's finish this book, shall we? Finish this book. Finish this page. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. I hate those people. Hate those kind of people. She answered, nodding. Right? He was like, so August, what's the deal with your face? I said, looking at Daisy the whole time. Were you in a fire or something? Mom didn't say anything. When I looked up at her, I could tell she was completely shocked. He didn't say it in a mean way. I said quickly, he was just asking. Mom nodded, but I really like Jack. I said. He was like, shut up, Julian. And Charlotte was like, you're so rude, Julian. Mom nodded again. She pressed her fingers on the forehead like she was pushing against a headache. I'm so sorry, Augie, she said quietly. Her cheeks were bright red. No, it's okay, Mom, really. You don't have to go to school if you don't want, sweetie. I want to, I said. Augie, really, Mom, I want to. And I wasn't lying. So anybody can tell me here, this is not the answer, the question, but why do you think this, despite in spite of the treatment he got from Julian, in spite of the treatment got from Julian, oh, you have Zoom. Oh, okay. So can you just I'm going to stop the lesson here. So the question I have is why does August still want to go to school? That's the question I have. Right? So if you can answer this in the chat, very good, and then complete the Google form. Thank you for joining me on this YouTube live lesson. If you like the video, subscribe. Just joking. Right? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.